I feel like that's definitely something I'd regret later in life. I probably regret it immediately, to be honest. Hi, my name is Lacey, and welcome to my recap of episode 1 of season 5 of Too Hot to Handle. If you like my recap, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. I am trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so thank you for your support. I already did a Meet the Cast video, so go check that out. I'm not going to go through that all again. I'm just going to kind of introduce the cast again with the little intros that they gave during the show. So because this is the 5th year, it is difficult for casting to find lovely, horny singles that are too hot to handle and still surprise them with the gimmick. So the idea of Too Hot to Handle is that you have 10 horny, hot, 20-something singles on this island, but they are not allowed to do anything. Kissing, touching, well, sexual touching. Kissing, sexual touching, sex, self-gratification, all of that stuff is off the table. And if anybody breaks one of those rules, they lose some of the money. And the money is, and the main jackpot is $200,000. And I'm not sure if they're going to share it or if one couple or one person's going to win. They kind of, I feel like they switched it up a couple times. The big money is $200,000. And if they do anything that is off limits or against the rules, then they lose some of that money, depending on what they do. But the fun part is that there is a device that it's an AI device that talks to them and interacts with them, and she sees all, and they call her Lana. And she looks like a lava lamp, but yeah, so Lana will talk to the contestants and interact with them, not interact, but chat with them and stuff, and tell them how much money they've lost and how much money they've won, and she'll give the rules and stuff like that. So in order to get people for this show, they have to lie to the contestants because nobody's going to want to go on a show. No horny people are going to want to go on a show where they can't be horny voluntarily. So they need to find the horny people by promising them a different kind of show. And their fake show is called Love Overboard. And the premise is that these singles get to have a hot and heavy summer on a yacht circling the Caribbean with a fake host called Captain Blower. I don't know if they believed this was this man's name, or if they just kind of were buying into, oh, this is a gimmick and Love Overboard, Blower, blah, it's funny. Blah. I'm not sure. But I would have been like, is that really the name? Okay, is this real? Am I being punked? Turns out, yes, they are being punked. So these cast members believe that they are going on Love Overboard, where they get to circle the Caribbean on a yacht and get hot and heavy with all these other sexy singles. And the sexy singles are Lewis. Lewis has an overboard sex drive. He says he's a player and he says he's well hung. To be determined, not by me. Hannah is a California girl and she likes being naked or as close to it as possible all of the time. I'm wondering, is she going to be this year's Francesca? Courtney is into a little kinky stuff and she says that guys can't really keep up with her, but she also wants to be a successful businesswoman. She's not just looks, she's brains too. Hunter is a surfer boy kind of, and he is very adventurous, and he comes into the villa wearing fish flops. Shout out Luca, Love Island UK. So they're flip-flops, but they're like fish. Megan says she is ready and looking for a tan, and she is very easy to ick. So the guys have high standards, I guess, for her. Dre says that he used to be an ugly duckling, and he said that if you're pretty, you don't really have to try to have a personality, but because he was an ugly duckling, he has both now, both a personality and grew into his looks. And he said, surprisingly, he can't swim, so he's nervous about this Caribbean yacht trip. but it doesn't matter because they're not going to be on the yacht. Alex likens himself to Hugh Grant. He says he is proud, he is humble, and he is extremely good looking. To be determined. He's obsessed with his hair. Christine is a party girl. She does bottle service. She is not here looking for a serious relationship. I quote, "I'm here for dick." Okay. Isaac likes to work hard and play harder. He likes a big booty though. So he's kind of eyes on the peach. And Elise is from Switzerland. She is also an adrenaline junkie. She's a ski instructor. She has an inner lip tattoo. I feel like that's definitely something I'd regret later in life. I probably regret it immediately, to be honest. She's fully aware of her assets, and Hunter and Alex are very into her. And she is also into Hunter and Alex. Triangles already. Captain Blower, the fake host of the fake show, tells them that there's only 5 beds, so they need to find somebody to bunk with tonight. So all the singles are on the prowl, trying to get their claws into who they're into. And Captain Blower says that there's going to be one more sexy single joining the fray later on tonight. We know this is Lana, and she's gonna cock block everybody. A lot of the girls are into Lewis. We have Christine, we have Megan, and we have Hannah, all into Lewis. Lewis is like, I'm kidding in the candy store, so he's very excited. Alex and Elise are flirting. Well, Alex is trying to flirt with Elise. He's just talking about her eyebrows. I feel like guys these days don't know how to flirt. Eyebrows is not, it's not the key to my heart or my pants. Cheese is. She's unsure of Alex's flirting because he's kind of awkward, to be honest, but she kind of is enjoying it. She's laughing and she finds him kind of charming. She knows also that Hunter's on the back burner, so she doesn't have to rush. So she's kind of enjoying what Alex is throwing down, and then she's like, okay, but I know I'm gonna go flirt with Hunter too. Megan decides to shoot her shot with Lewis, who is sitting down by himself, lounging and getting a tan. And Megan comes over and she's like, hey, we're both from the UK. We have great banter together. She's like, what do you like about me? And he says, oh, I like your eyes. And she goes, oh, I thought you'd say my boobs. I guess that's one way to flirt. He said, well, he did notice. And she suggests they share a bed, and he says, okay. Next scene, we have Christine coming on to Lewis. And Christine shoots her shot, and she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna one-up this. And I'm gonna let you rub my ass, essentially. So she's like, I need some suntan lotion. Here, put it on my butt. So he's putting suntan lotion all over those booty cheeks. And she's enjoying it and giving him, a little something extra. Christine comes on strong and is like, you're my type. And he's like, well, you're my top too. Because he's talked to 2 people, so therefore he likes all of them. And she asks him if he wants to share a bed, and he said, yes. Okay, well, bye, Megan. Then Hannah decides to shoot her shot with Lewis. And Hannah comes over, and she decides to flip it and give him a massage. And so he's laying face down on the lounger on the chair, and she's giving him a massage. He says he usually likes brunettes, but maybe she's gonna convince him, and she says, oh, well, let me try and convince you. And she plants one on him because the rules aren't in play yet. So everything's fair game right now. Give him a little taste of what they're gonna miss. So they smooch, and he stays firmly stomach side on the chair, if you know what I mean. And Hannah asks if he wants to share a bed, and he's like, yes, I do. So we've gone from Megan to Christine to Hannah, and each time they've upped their game. It's very fascinating to watch. It's like a nature documentary. These ladies in the wild are fighting over Lewis. I don't know what that accent was. Meanwhile, Isaac and Courtney are hitting it off, and they're talking sexy stuff. They're talking sexy stuff and bondage, and as we know, Courtney says that guys can't really keep up with her in the bedroom, so I'm wondering if Isaac's play harder stands a chance. Hunter and Elise are in the hot tub together, and now Hunter is shooting his shot with her after she got weirdly courted by Alex. Hunter says that Elise is his number one. He's drawn to her energy, and she thinks that he's really hot and isn't really listening to anything he has to say, and she likes him more than Alex. It's just a lust thing. It's just he's doesn't really say much. But they share a smooch in the hot tub. So we've got two smooches. We got Hannah and Lewis, and we got Elise and Hunter so far. Too hot to handle, 2 kisses, too hot, to handle, too fast, too furious. What? The party that evening, hosted by Captain Blower, has fire dancers and fire breathers and hula dancers, and it's a party, and everybody's half naked, everybody's drinking and horny, half everybody's hitting it off and very excited. And then it is time for the new sexy single to arrive, and Captain Blower draws everybody's attention to the stage, and the fog comes, and psst, doo-doo-doo-doo, and there's Lana, and everybody knows what this means. Everybody in the cast is so upset because they know that Lana means no sex, no kissing, no funny business of any kind. When the cast sees Lana, you'd think somebody killed a puppy. They start yelling and screaming and falling to their knees and cursing the gods. And Dre, I think, is literally crying and falling to his knees saying, "I was promised sex on a boat." Elise says, "We all wanted to bang and now Lana's here." Lewis says, "No, this isn't healthy for a man to not do this, so let's unplug it." Then Lana mentions the $200,000 prize, and everybody's in shock like they didn't already know this from previous seasons. They know money's on the line. If they know what Lana is, they know money's on the line, so why are they being shocked? So the episode ends with all of the cast members being very upset, very dramatic, very about the no sex rules from Lana, and they take a tour of the villa, and they kind of pick out where they're going to be sleeping, etc., etc. Hunter and Elise are happy to be sharing a bed together, but Alex is a little hurt. Lewis, of his 3 options of Megan, Christine, and Hannah, picks Hannah to stay in bed with him that night. And I think that's because she kissed him, and he just wants to be kissing, I guess. But the rules are made to be broken, am I right? Thus ends episode 1 of Too Hot to Handle. It is really hot in LA right now, so I identify with this not wanting to wear clothes right now. It's sweaty. And I have to turn off my air conditioner to film this, otherwise you won't be able to hear me, so. What are your thoughts on this first season, this first episode? First episode, I know 4 are out, but this first episode of Too Hot to Handle. What are your thoughts? Who are you liking? Who do you think is a good couple? Do you think anybody's going to follow the rules? Let me know down below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.